So I created an entrepreneurship class where students learn everything while solving real problems for real businesses on teams. And in a semester, a student will work on 2 or 3 different projects for 2 or 3 different businesses on different teams. And then after they've learned a lot, both content and skills, they then choose their own problems they want to solve, create their own teams, and design their own businesses. So I developed along the way a decision filter, starting with the learning objectives. How do you select the right kind of problem with the right kind of business with the right kind of CEO? And I learned how to create the learning terrain over the course of a semester using problem 1, problem 2, problem 3, problem 4 in such a way that the learning happens and the growth happens with the students. So here's one project the students are working on this semester. They're working with a local tea company.
Okay, let me get started and kind of tell you a little bit about myself, about Inca Tea, and then we'll talk about what you guys are going to hopefully do for me. 3 years ago, my 2 best friends and I had an amazing opportunity to travel down to Peru to hike the Inca Trail. Literally the very first day on my hike, my Sherpa, over an open fire, boiled some water. He threw in purple corn, some cinnamon cloves, apples, and pineapples, and made this amazing red drink. I asked Edgar what it was, and in his broken English, he said it was a really ancient old tea, must drink, very good. Took my first sip, fell in love with it. It literally tasted amazing. When I came back from my trip, I was really intrigued with this whole purple corn thing. Studies over the last 22 years have shown that purple corn helps with joint inflammation, helps with diabetes and weight loss. It's great for your cardiovascular system, has more antioxidants than any other fruit or vegetable on the market, and it also helps rebuild collagen in the skin. 2 weeks later, quit my job, cashed in my 401k, took a second mortgage on my house and my parents' house, and decided to start a tea company.
With our last business, Inca Tea, Ryan, he's probably one of the hardest working people I've ever met in my entire life. And us going down there and actually having a conversation with him and him talking to us, you can really get like the feel for how hard it is to actually start one of these things and what he actually goes through. And so getting into that and feeling his emotions, it kind of pushes you that much harder.
My goal was to be in 50 stores within the first year. I was in 200 stores within the first 2 months. So I'm kind of at a crossroads, and I really have no idea kind of what to do next with my company. And this is one of the reasons why you guys are here. Do I create more tea products, meaning different blends? Right now I have a total of 6 blends. Do I release 4 more blends, 6 more blends to the general public? Do I really try to build more channels of distribution? You know, whether it's online sales, whether it's, you know, breaking out into the California market. Do I do more cafes? I mean, like I said, I have these questions in my mind every single day.
It's definitely real world learning, and that's this class is all about learning through experiences and learning from actually doing instead of learning from a textbook or a teacher talking down to you.
This isn't just throw a project in the room and come back 3 weeks later and how cool what the students have done. This is active teaching. It's just very different than the way we teach in a traditional classroom. I have to stay one step ahead of where the students are. I have to understand where they are and where they need to go next to help guide process. This is about what kind of assignments, what kind of assessments, and that they get the tools they need, the methodologies, how to prototype, research as art and science, how to do workshops that help students develop those foundational skills, creative problem solving, critical thinking, collaboration, communication, citizenship.
This is somebody's life and what they've, put their effort into, and so we don't want to mess up. In other classes we've taken in the past, it's been more so, since it's not really real world experience, it's not as serious, I feel, and therefore you don't have as much pressure on you to do as well, and that could kind of translate into, you know, slacking off a little bit more.
They assign themselves more than we would ever assign them. They work on problems they're trying to solve. They have to learn about statistics. They have to learn about good data to be able to come up with evidence-based solutions. And the results that they come up with, they're presenting to someone who's not their parent and not their teacher. So they feel pressure, and they know that in order for their solution to be good, they have to have the data and the research to support.
It's definitely very different. Like, my other classes are very grade focused. I'm goal oriented, but not on what I'm learning, on what, if I'm gonna get an A, if I'm gonna get a B, and in this class it's more like, okay, am I gonna finish this project? Am I gonna do a good job for this business?
So the tea market is currently booming.
Tea is the second most consumed drink in the U.S. next to water.
This incredible consumption of Americans that drink tea every day reflects the fact that the tea market is growing.
The wholesale value of the U.S. tea industry has been growing exponentially recently. Additionally, since people are looking for healthy alternatives, superfoods have been taking off in recent years. In 2014, Time magazine named superfoods one of the top 10 trends of the year, and we think that purple corn has the potential to be classified as a superfood because the amount of antioxidants and anthocyanins in it have been proven to prevent cancer, obesity, and inflammation. One example of a superfood that we found really interesting was kale, because in terms of its actual health benefits, it's actually about 15th compared to other fruits and vegetables, yet because of its classification as a superfood, it's been growing way faster than anything else.
So as you can see from the chart, there are many different avenues Inca tea can take moving forward, and these include functional, horizontal, and vertical integration strategies. We want to emphasize that it's really important that Inca tea does not currently horizontally integrate. So Rishi Tea is a premium high-end tea company that sells mostly loose-leaf tea. It was founded in 1997, only starting by selling loose-leaf tea, and it focused most of its energy only on this product. In 2013, 16 years after its founding, it finally expanded to tea bags, and is now a $25 million company. So clearly, it was very beneficial for them not to horizontally integrate right out of the gate.
Their research really backed what they were saying, and I think that's really imperative to making an educated decision. I mean, they put more data together than I have in the last year and a half. I have no doubt in my mind of what I'm going to do next.
I think it's pretty cool thinking that these real businesses are coming to us for help, and that we're high school students and we're kind of doing advanced work, and we're able to actually formulate an argument and support it, and people are impressed with our work.
What this class is about, it's about using entrepreneurship as a vehicle for kids to learn the skills they need to thrive in the world they're entering.